I'm on a wave when I'm in and out of town. Took a break, promise that I'm back around. Too many days.
Welcome back to the pod, y'all. We are live from 20th. I am Gustavo on IG as Sincerely Gustavo. Follow the pod on IG as well, live from 20th. The amount of clips that we can get from things that we're going, we gotta go. I know I'm gonna go hard on IG on for that because we got clips on clips. I'm just saying marketing, content, all that jazz.
Just clarify.
I am Gustavo once again. To the left of me are my co-hosts. We got
Eli, _minor Eli for IG.
And then Vanquish SoReal.
Yeah. So if people are tuning in and paying attention, we are creeping in two guests onto this one just because of how things were on the last pod. And the conversation that we're having right now, I think, is amazing, and just it needs to be more people if it is, you know what I mean? So we do technically got a 2-for-1 in this one in a sense. But our special guest today that we got on today is and correct me if I'm wrong for anything, because I know we know each other a bit, but local artist, Rockfordian, just in the city, been in the music scene. I know from Hall of Fame back in the day, so definitely Rockford history from the music scene. So I think that's an honorable mention. But our guest today is Coty. So welcome
Coty-O, yeah.
Coty-O.
They know me as
go.
Coty-O on the music
Coty-O.
scene, but for sure. Yeah, my real name
Welcome
Coty.
on, yo, man. I'm glad you're on. So I know you guys got to connect, Vanquish, and you got to connect. I know you guys have been. I know you've been here before, way back. So I definitely know this ain't brand new.
Stacking chips together. Is that
we're stacking real chips and the money chips same time.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh man, but how you been? How you doing, man? It's been a minute since we've seen each other. So
Man, cooler, man. Yeah, I was here about a little over a year and a half ago.
I think so. Yeah.
No, actually about 2 years.
Yeah.
And I came through because of V, linked with V through Frito-Lay, stacking chips for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I was warehouse, he was production.
Yeah.
Somehow, I don't know, got to talking about music, and he was telling me, like, he do music.
Yeah.
I'm like, what? I was too not too long ago.
Mm-hmm.
I still rock with it. Let me know. Let me check you out.
Yeah.
And he instantly showed me some stuff, sent me some stuff. Been to the studio with you a couple times.
Yeah.
Came to a show, come support. You know what I'm saying? Because I know what it's like to have people come and support you.
Yeah.
Upcoming artists. Man, I've done a show where it's 12 people in the crowd. But I've done a show, open up for T.I. through my homie Hollywood.
Yeah.
And the Bridge back then, opened up for T.I. top tier, 2,500 people. Biggest show that I done opened up for. So I know what it's like to support. You would need the support, you know what I mean?
Right.
So and that's just how we got the linking, you know what I'm saying? Minus the other times we didn't kick it or whatever, after work, whatever,
so
you know
y'all
what I'm saying?
y'all didn't get into a fight or anything?
Never.
You didn't like him because
No,
somebody brought him
He probably was
around?
finna fight some people for me.
You-
Bro, who you want me to knock
you
out? I'm
didn't
like,
like him
nah,
'cause
bro, we
somebody else
chilling.
decided to bring
Hey,
him
nah,
around,
he be like, bro, who
brought
you
him
mean
to-
knock out? Man, we'd be at the turtle. Who you want me to offer to knock him out? Bro, we got to go to work later on tonight. Like, we good. He was like, you
Nah,
sure?
it's-
Yeah, we chilling. Let me just keep playing these slots, and he's all right, bro.
Vanquish,
Facts.
he's that guy, but we have
Yeah.
an inside joke because when we were younger, Gustavo brought him around.
So I'm the one
And
that connected all three of us together because
Right.
I knew
And
him and then I knew him
young,
separately.
cocky dude that was like, who the fuck is he?
Yeah.
And why is he around?
Right.
So for years, it's been an inside joke like, you still around, bro?
Yeah, right. You still here? What?
It's like, Dad, this
Gustavo,
motherfucker
he
didn't
ain't going
leave.
yet.
Right.
Why you keep bringing him back?
Yeah.
But that's my guy.
crazy,
right
yeah.
there.
So I already kind of mentioned this a bit with Deuce, so but I'm kind of really briefly touching on it with everyone. It's we didn't have this growing up in music. We didn't have this in the rock
Facts.
scene.
Facts.
A platform that's just it's not just for Rockford because that's where we got other plans with it, but we know that we're part of Rockford, and I'm gonna be honest, I have
Let's
a
start with the
love-hate.
foundation.
I have a love-hate relationship with Rockford because of certain things, but I also do enjoy the fact that it's like you got that small-time feel, but you can also have that city feel, and it's just I want to really change the dynamic and conversation going on in Rockford. Like
Right.
I don't like the negativity that Rockford has a lot of the times. It's taboo to be in Rockford and whatnot. But at the end of the day, like that's one of the big reasons why we're doing this, and we just want to create it.
We learned that on season 1 too, because I was talking about growing up in Chicago, being from Chicago, then moving to Florida. But I always came back to Rockford, and I always had like a strong hate for Rockford. But then the podcast we did, season 1, I was like, yo, I keep coming back. I think I like this.
He rock with Rockford.
I need to embrace it.
And you know what?
Embrace it more. Like, why am I hating on it?
Yeah, like
so you could. That's part of like, let's change the mood around here.
Right.
And that's true, man. Like, I ain't gonna study. One thing is, don't forget where you come from, first and foremost, right? But you obviously a different city if it was. Me, I'm from here.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Sad to say, but blessings in disguise too.
Exactly.
And I love it. You know what I'm saying? I man, just come from Vegas. I was just in Miami.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? You go certain places, you want to see how they living. You want to meet new people. I'm social as ever.
Yeah.
What? Hey, how you doing? I ain't from here. Want to take a shot? Let's turn up. Whatever, right?
Right.
But still, when it's time, it's like, man, I miss home. You know, my kids or whatever, or my people in general, or just knowing the streets, knowing how to jump in your whip and just slide. And it's a normal day in life. And then when I touch down, when I land, and I drive back from Chicago over here to Rockford, and I see that Rockford turn right, and I'm on East State, like, I'm here. I'm back home. You know what I'm saying? You say what you want, but it's my home. You know what I'm saying?
That's exactly the feeling right there, because like I've been in Florida 10 years, but I still like, I don't know if I could go on that block, or like I don't know who over there. And then I come back to Rockford, and it's like I feel
cool,
like I know who over there. I know who over
Right.
there.
That
you
know what I'm on.
And you know what places that
will.
will, you know what I'm saying? Me, I'm a person, I'm gonna go wherever. I just feel like T.I. said, the earth is my turf. You know what I'm saying? God made it for everybody. You feel me? So that's just how I move. I'm a strong, firm believer of God. When it's my time, it's my time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The crocodile hunter got killed by a stingray, whatever. Man's got shot.
Right.
Pop, whatever. So I'm gonna go wherever. But at the end of the day, like you said, you know, home, you know, not to just keep picking over here doing this unless you want that smoke. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So like, home is home, like you said. And it's like you
It
said,
was
you
a
don't know
comfort. It was
when
like
you
a
when you
comfort
in
feeling, so.
when you in a foreign land. Hold on, I gotta move. I know I'm safe. You know what I'm saying? For real.
gotta be
Facts,
extra cautious.
And the truth about Florida too is like their street, the street shit is not structured like here.
Right.
The guy down the block is like, wait, how they that close?
Yeah. For real.
Especially me being from Chicago, where it's like we know these 8 blocks, that's us.
Yeah.
And you go out there, and it's like the guy in the apartment downstairs is like, damn, you mean when I bring the groceries up? I gotta run into. But now being older and having kids, I don't have that issue anymore. But like the first few years in Florida, it was like, damn, like I don't feel comfortable here.
Yeah.
And everything. But now having kids, being older, is that moved away from it. But I still learned last year that like, damn, there's some type of comfort coming back to Rockford.
Yeah.
You know, so I need to embrace it more instead of be like, man, the
Trying
one
to fight
episode
it.
I had titled like "Fuck Rockford," you know, I was dissing it, but it was like playing it back, listening back, having those conversations. Like, yo, there is comfort here. Why am I
trying to fight it?
Why am I being the negative light that he's talking about?
Yeah.
Right.
Everything. So it's like, and that's my brother. So when he says it,
And
really,
I'm also not from Rockford.
it really
too.
turns on.
So
Like
you guys aren't neither one?
Yeah, so I'm not.
okay,
I'm originally from California, and so that's why I think I see that perspective from the get-go. Because I feel like I saw it pretty early on, even though I was a youngin' here in middle school, high school. Like I did that here, but it's like I always felt like I had a different perspective because I wasn't 100% from here. I've seen the ocean, I've seen the West Side, and it's like I've lived differently than what people can live here, and it's like this isn't the most horrible thing that you can have. Like you can have a good thing here, and that's why I always felt this a different perspective of Rockford, like people from Rockford do, and it's just like why I get why you could think that way, but it's like Rockford ain't the whole big world. There's a whole big world out there.
Facts, man, for real. Yeah.
So that's just always how I thought about it, but I'm super intrigued. What I know a little history, like I said, I know you were in for Hall of Fame back in the day. Like we were young, it's like we were 14, 15 when I know Hall of Fame was then. Can you touch a little bit about that? Like kind of show some, explain some history there?
Oh man, so I was rapping since 13. Actually recording since 14.
Okay.
Got in the studio. Willie, my man's Willie, brought me to one of the studios. I recorded it one time. I went to another studio on the south or west end.
Yeah.
Dude named Casper. I just trying to get in the studio.
Okay.
I just wanted to. I
You
wanted
were
to be
just
heard.
trying to, like,
I just wanted. Yeah.
where's it go? Yeah.
So my homie Hollywood. We obviously it was West Middle School.
Yeah.
How we became friends. I was hearing Hollywood in the hallways through these little chicks. And I'm looking like, yeah,
Like, who the fuck is this?
Yeah, but who is Hollywood? Who is Hollywood? You know what I'm saying? Hold on. So you don't know me yet.
Right,
Hold on.
right,
So
right. And like, why you calling yourself Hollywood too?
Yeah. So, and I don't know him at the time.
Yeah.
We never met. We had a class. We ended up having a class later on. Teacher tell you, oh, go by. Everybody say your name.
Yeah.
And you can go by, tell him your nickname.
Right.
Lo and behold, he tell me, oh, I'm Roy Gray, but everybody call me Hollywood. My mama call me Abe. So I'm like, that's you?
Snap.
So hold on, I'm like, damn, these the ones that he got a little buzz.
Yeah.
So next thing you know, boom, we shoot from there. We end up linking, talking about music. And I used to listen to Twister back in the day a lot. He used to listen to Twister back in the day. You know, I'm Mexican from the West Side though. So that's kind of like, damn, for real? Like I wasn't listening to South Park Mexican and none of that. I was listening to like Twister and like hood rap, you know what I'm saying? So the parts that I didn't know, he would come in and be like, oh, I'd be like, bro, you know what I'm saying? I've been writing these lyrics and shit. Like, I miss, like, what he's saying right here. And he'd be like, oh, what? On Victory or Death? I'm like, yeah. He like, oh, he say, go get a pump out of my trunk, off of the bus, chop it a run pump. I'm gonna get the style from, I'm gonna one. And he did the tell, like, he just saying the lines a lot. I'm like, what? Hold on, say it one more time. Say it two more times. Yeah. Facts, yeah. You know what I'm saying? He's saying it like he done already said this shit, recorded like 10 different times. Right. So I'm like, yeah, he the truth. I rock with him. I fuck with him.
Gotcha.
I go from there to where we serious about it. I'm at Guilford. He take me to my homie to his man's best friend, E-Man crib.
Okay.
We go from there. Now they got a whole little E-Productions thing going on. Him and his cousins. He has some older cousins. I'm going to Guilford, Wood at Auburn.
What year?
Are. So this is I'm supposed to graduate in 2005, but I'm going 2001 to 2005.
Because I was class of 2010 at Guilford.
Okay, cool.
Before the situation happened.
Yeah.
Nice, yeah. So we go from there. He introduced me to E. They doing their thing, man. He making beats. I'm rocking with it. Next thing you know, we doing our own thing. I grew up on Forest Ave. We was called the Forest Boys solely. I was like, me and my homie Guidi and a couple of us rap, but some of us didn't. We just really in the streets a little bit. E-Man and E-Productions got their thing. Hollywood and ESK, Elm Street Killers is what they was known as.
I remember they were on Elm Street.
Yeah, so it's 3 different groups that's all recording at the same studio.
Okay.
So we making music, but we also doing shows together. So our first show, we rented out Booker Washington Center. 10th grade, 10th or 11th grade in high school. We rented it out for $300. We rented the stage for $100. We packed it. $1 to get in. $2 for men, $1 for the females. Sold out. Crazy. To the point where a fight get the breaking out, boom, stage get the shaking because of a little cheap ass stage that we had to put together type shit, right? So it go crazy, but how I got a lot of people there, I've always been a marketing type of person too, like how y'all are.
Yeah.
I went and I put the party flyer on sheets and I had them divided in 4s. And I'll go to the art class and I cut them. Art teacher let me cut them on the big thing for free.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Dude, come 30 minutes before the year. So I cut over 1,200 of them.
Right.
I didn't just do it at Guilford. I went to all the cars in the parking lot at Guilford and I put them in their windshield. I went to all the schools.
Okay.
I went to Auburn, I went to East, and I went to Jefferson.
Nice.
And put them in all their cars too. So that's how it got a little buzz, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, so then after that, man, fast forward a few years, we still making music together. A West, Guidi, Hollywood, me, Pettis was one of their homies at the time that had a part of doing it. We all just linked up in Mommy Guidi crib, and we like, let's just come together and make something big that the city ain't never seen or heard of before. Or whatever, trying to do our best. We had a lot of in-house things. Hollywood was making beats, E-Man was making beats, my man's Poe was making beats, all in-house.
Yeah.
I was rapping, they were all rapping. A West was going crazy, freestyling, doing his little thing or whatever, and making music. And he had his little group as well with his homies and his cousins, shit, Black Rose and them and all that. So it just became all of us under one roof, and we really didn't need anybody else. We recorded in-house. We made our beats in-house. We were burning our own CDs in house. We were engineering. We were basically mixing, mastering in house. They know how to do all that. So was fortunate enough to have friends that knew that. I was just a person that rapped. I come to the studio, I rap, man, y'all please clean this up for me, and I get back to doing what I had to do. Right. And they was my brothers though, you know what I'm saying? They knew when it come down to it, man, I'm rocking with them, right or wrong, you know? And so we started Hall of Fame, and that's what was a big movement. Well, even though Wood had the bridge and stuff like that, he was just that was starting kind of going and dying out, whatever they had going on. And I did plenty of shows with them. I'd go solo to Chicago. By myself, man. Hollywood would tell the guys, man, we got this up here. Bridge got a show, come through and support. Sometimes, I mean, they had other things they had going on. It was a Friday night. They was linking with a chick, whatever the case was. Some of them were. So I'll go solo. Or sometimes I'll go to record, and two of his homies, Tape Man and McGweezy, they was in college. So they had a little apartment on the north side. We go record there. So I jump on a track. Lo and behold, it's on the Bridge mixtape. So I get to open up with them for Talib Kweli at the House of Blues in Chicago. Nice. Sold out, 900 people. I'm there. I go solo. Yeah. Bring a pack of pre-rolls. We got our own green room in there. They treat you like a star, man. You can order food. You had your own room, packed full of water, bed, shower, all that. I'm like, damn, this is dope. Yeah. So, and I was young at the time, but I'm like, this is what I want to do. Regardless, it's my passion. Right. But the House of Blues showed you love. You know what I'm saying? You perform at the rave, you just get in, get out, get your ass on somewhere. You don't get to meet no, you know what I'm saying?
So, who you is again?
Yeah, they don't even know why you even here. Who is you? You supposed to be in yeah. So, but I've seen both ends, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But that's what it was. And Hall of Fame, it just became a thing where everybody was just together. We decided to do mixtapes, albums. Yeah. We were out there selling our CDs on Central and Auburn for $1. 6th Street and Broadway for $1. And next you know, in 2 months span, we went through about 2,500 CDs. We counted up all the cases. Like, damn, we really doing it on $1. We just kept putting the money back into our product and our craft and whatever we had doing till we ended up getting a studio on North Main, a little roundabout. And that's when we were really serious about it. Got more of a bigger buzz. Then we started inducting more people. Hall of Fame went from 6 people to 13. A lot of people wanted to be part of it. We even had people dissing us. You know what I'm saying? They shooting shots. They was coming at us.
We heard,
you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. It come with it though. You know what I'm saying?
And there's look.
Go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead. Sorry.
Man, look, man. I'm not gonna speak on behalf of anybody but the truth, man. Yeah. Look, egos were crossed of 2 important people in 2 important groups. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hey, listen, and then you listen though, and that's true. Yeah. And like Juice Squad had they thing, they was buzzing, but we rock with them. Right, you feel me? Right. Like it wasn't nothing that I really didn't fuck with. When we rock with them, we had Juice Squad versus Hall of Fame basketball games. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? They had they thing going on. We had our thing. We'll come support them. They'll come support us. Right. But for some reason, they made Rockford mentality trying to make it as
what we were just talking about. The perception of it was completely thrown out the window.
Man, facts.
Yeah. In this whole time and era, where was Dream Team? Because I remember Dream Team.
So they're my peoples I brought to the studio too. Gotcha, I ain't try to say, oh, give me my kudos and none. My homie Asia, what he called himself Asia's the Great. He was a part of it, man. I brought him to Email Studio. That was my homie. I'm talking about we hooping people up but we hooping motherfuckers up at basketball. Yeah. He picking me. They like, oh, you got the Mexican. We doing their ass here. So I'm talking about we 3-0 in their ass. It ain't mad because it's Mexican and Asia doing their thing. My homie Joe and a couple other people, right? So next thing you know, I bring Asia to the studio. They doing his thing. He brings Stet. He bring Glove. I went to Guilford with Glove. Then you know what I'm saying? I mean, not Guilford, but Glove.
That's where I know them from.
You know what I'm saying?
I was younger, but
all of them. So they all came to the studio. E-Man, the type of dude, he fuck with a lot of people and fuck with everybody. So he basically welcomed them to the point where now they E-Productions and Dream Team and stuff, they doing shows. We all doing shows together.
I remember. You know what I'm saying? All collabing and linking, yeah.
And Guilford had, you know what I'm saying, a nice scenery to where they were paid to come see you, man. Yeah. My homie Ganazi at the time and them, they had rented out the Tabala Shrine or something, man. Yeah. Doing shows out there, big. And I'm like, what?
Hoodlum used to perform there too.
Yeah,
You know, Doc and Legend.
And see, so Guilford, same thing.
That was Doc and from Guilford.
And all of them, bro.
And when I started,
and that was my homies too.
Aside from what I was saying, how I started rapping, everything. When I really started picking it up, I used to have lunch with Doc. And they would freestyle at the table. There was a couple cats that were dope.
That's how I met A West.
There was a couple guys that were dope. And we took, there was an energy there that we fucked with. And I would go there to be supportive and tell him he was dope. And then finally I got the courage to be like, yo, I spit too. But I don't know if I want to spit at the table. And he's like, nah, come to the table.
You doing this.
And I would tell him, nah, I'm cool, I'm not ready. And he's like, you only gonna know if you're ready if you spit at the table because we're gonna let you know.
Right.
So
where is that?
But that's,
and you know what's crazy is that's the exact same way of how I link with West. Because West used to have the table sold the fuck up, bro. Like, and I mean, not just black people. I'm talking about white cheerleaders, Mexicans, Chinese, man. Because the man was funny as fuck, but cold at freestyling. Like, and then, like, I'm talking about the way he did it. He'll freestyle about you having your cheese fries right there and something else over here. He'll put this girl name in it. I'm talking about to the point where everybody like in awe and then kill it. Until like to the point where it became an issue. Of him rapping like for real, like the principal and stuff said it wasn't no more of that. So now he branching off, go do it somewhere else or whatever. But that's how Coty was, you know what I'm saying? And me, like I said, always a supporter of what they got going on back then. He was rapping with Black Rose and them, and they had a little squad. And man, like you said, all the people that y'all talking about all was through Guilford too. So they was a little under me, Doc and them, you know what I'm saying? And then you were like right under them. So it's just crazy how that shit just lined up the same time.
I was bringing it to them because you're in Belvedere and you're at Jefferson.
Yeah.
You know, I was supposed to go to East, but because the zoning, I ended up at Guilford.
Right.
So I lost my crew and my people.
Right,
so I'm out there solo. But then I find this holy grail of, you know, freestyling and rapping. And it's like, you know, like I said, the energy that me and Doc had, he brought me in, like, come on, little bro. And they like that, man, for real. They hospitality, like how they think, it's just, it's unlike, you know what I'm saying, the norm, like the little dumbed down, stupid, you know, that you might get from certain people. Like they actually are very smart, intelligent people. You know what I'm saying? And got a whole nother vision. Like, them the type of people you do want to brush shoulders with, link with, have podcasts with, for real. Like, facts, man.
It's definitely, the way I think of it is what I've always, when I've interacted with them, is just like the humbleness that comes with it, the humility, you know? It's like,
and funny as hell, too, man. Them crack your ass up.
Like, me and Doc, me and Doc have gotten with it.
Me, for sure.
That was...
So that's what's up. That's good.
That's a brother right there.
I've always been intrigued in that story because at least for me and us, and I mean, like I said, we were, what was like 14, 15, like we were really in it when we were the young. When we heard Hall of Fame, like, oh shit, like these are the guys. You know, at least that's how I felt about it too.
My sister's probably in either your guys' class or the class down.
Because she was similar to Doc.
And she was the one going to the parties.
Okay,
So I was the young brother, like, I want to go to
check it out.
And she's like, nah, I ain't bringing you with me.
We would, man.
So then when I linked with Doc, he was like, I don't need you no more.
Damn. And like low key, like we were doing parties at the body shop. Danny wasn't even old enough. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like it just was crazy, but it was dope parties.
That was legendary.
You feel me? Yeah.
The body shop?
Yeah, the body shop. Oh, it'd be cracking in there. Hood, cracking like a motherfucker, like shoulder to shoulder.
For me, that was it was some OnlyFans before OnlyFans.
Before OnlyFans was there.
That's
crazy.
Luckily for me, I've always had a beard, so I was able to.
Nice.
I was he did have that.
And see, and then like because you kind of remind me of a little bit how Jump Off looked too. So he was a big influencer too, man. DJ Jump Off was spinning a lot of shit, man. For real, man. Shout out to him.
I had worked with him. My first project, it was working with him and his crew he had at the time, Hustle Squad.
Okay,
everything. So my first project was recorded with them. And then I told them straight up, I said, you influence what we're about to create over here.
Understand, like he's responsible for my first major mixtape.
We got some history with Jump Off. Yeah, we definitely do. So he's a dope dude.
I remember one time I came out here and I think I went to Walmart and he ran into me and he's like, yo, what's up, bro? And I'm like, it was years and I was tripping and he's like, bro, Jump Off, what's up? And I'm like, damn.
You're like, oh,
But it was crazy to me that he remembered me because like I was younger.
Right.
And I had like disappeared from the scene. So
yeah.
I'm thinking like, ain't nobody gonna know me no more.
Right.
You don't think you were actually tripping more because you thought it was a mirror that you ran into?
Yeah, that's crazy.
I might have been
like, why you look like me?
I might have been in that. I might have been talking to myself. I might have been that.
What is this?
Oh my
No,
God.
but yeah, like, you know, and shout out like the DJs too, man. Everything matters, man, for real. Like the DJs matter, man. The people who record you, man, the engineers, they matter. Your team that get out there and actually support you, they matter. You know what I'm saying?
They
like
can
a
get
lot
lost sometimes.
for sure, yeah. And I think all of that is it plays a factor in how you do when it comes down to being an artist yourself.
Yeah.
My biggest thing I would say is if you're an artist, you're serious about it, be serious about your craft, really dumb down, hone in on how you sound, how your album is gonna sound, you know what I'm saying? What you want to give to the people, but also be smooth and rock with the people who are actually playing your stuff. Rock with the people who are actually taking the time out to record you. Rock with, like, really don't just try to use them, but actually fuck with them. You know what I'm saying? Because like the long way, like really rock with them.
Actually
and
collab and
man, for real.
partnerships.
Yeah. Because you never know who knows who. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like that's my big thing I would say. Because like me, I really didn't care too much about how I record. Like I said, I go to the studio, record, and just hoping that my track's gonna be clean as ever. Not even taking the time and you know what I mean? Therefore, mine was muffled the most or distorted the most. Or whatnot.
Before you go into the question, we gotta do that. We gotta do the sponsorship.
We are gonna do a quick little break. But before we head on out, we do have a sponsor. With this one, we are partnership with Skillshare. So Skillshare is if you want to learn something on your own time. I think that's the other big plus that comes with it. You can learn music production, you can learn film, you can turn any type of trade,
So
arts.
you're telling me
anything.
these 10 years that I wasted my life?
Yeah,
I
you could have just had it on
been learning
Skillshare.
skills to rap.
Skillshare. So
Damn.
if you use our code, which will be in the description, you get 1 month free. And you can really try it out and see what's going for you. Like I said, for me, I've done some vocal lessons on there, and it's just like a course. Like you just, hey, it's a 30-day course, and they're all a little bit different, so depending on that. But I got a 30-day course,
So I can finally live out my truths of being the Mexican Tory Lanez. Is what you're telling me.
Oh man, but
What's the promo code?
right, promo is to Real TV. So check us back on here in a minute, but we'll be right back, y'all. Welcome back, y'all. We are back from break. So we still got our homie here, Coty.
Yo.
And one of the things I wanted to tell you is like you're right about the before we went to break, you're right about the mentality thing. Because when I was 18, I had my own little crew together. And we thought, we were like the shit or whatever, right?
Hell yeah,
So we went to Garage Guitar Center. We went to Guitar Center, and there was a dude there. He's like, we're looking for DJ speakers, and he's like, oh yeah, here, connect your phone here, and I'm playing my music, and he's like, is that you? I'm like, yes, me. He's like, yo, this is dope. He's like, you should come by. Like, my name is Hollywood. You come by, come to the studio, and like we could talk about something.
Yo,
and I'm like,
why the fuck did you have? I also had an interaction with him.
And I was like, oh, cool. And I took down his number or something. But then when I got back, I already had my whole little crew thing, and I was like, because I was young and stupid. I was like, that'll be fine. I'm like, I'll talk to him later. And then now I find out he's who he is and like all the shit he's doing.
I mean, it's not super recent, but because I have been still following and kind of keeping up tabs with him, honestly, like he just worked with Boozy. He's got some other things that he's saying. He's like, I got some other shit unlocked that I can't speak on.
So like he ended up signing to Empire Records for like a year or two deal, whatever. Did him decent, whatever, get his foot in the door. But also, he was letting me know about certain songs that was coming out months before it even dropped.
Before they actually dropped?
Yeah, so like he'll let me know, just to let you know, Lil Baby got some stuff on that Ashanti beat, on that Baby. Nice. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, what? Don't hear it for a month or two. The next 2.5 months later, boom, here it go. Bro done told me, I done told my girl, whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, Wood, I'm good right now. Appreciate you. But no, Wood, man, he's so versatile, man. He make music for the world, not just Rockford, not just for Illinois, not just for the United States, man. He make music for the UK. He make music for Japan. He make music for the world. When I say that, I mean, some beats here tell me like, bro, I can see you doing this. And I'm like, hell, you trying to get me on some techno shit or whatever, or some at the time it's a dubstep or whatever. I'm like, bro, I can't catch this beat. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know but at the time I'm trying to. Like, I'm fucking with this. My brother. Like, to get a beat from him, I'm honored. Regardless, I don't gotta pay for it. Like, you know. So But that's where like certain ones I would like, man, I had to step away. Like, bro, I don't know, I can't see myself on it. I think you should get a different candidate. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, man, I'm definitely always honored to get a Wood beat, to the point where the last couple ones he sent me, I know he kind of low key kind of feel some type of way about it because I haven't recorded on him. And he knows my potential. He knows you know how decent I capable of.
Right.
I feel like I'm wasting his beat now. Like these beats he could sell for 5 bands.
Somebody
you know what I'm saying? To the industry.
The next little baby.
Man. And he's well connected now, decent like in Cali. You know what I'm saying? He goes to Cali like 2-3 times a year minimum. You know what I'm saying? Minimum. We all linked up there a year and a half ago, whatever. Me and my bro Guidi, they always doing their thing, promoting, doing their thing. So, but that they wanted him to sign another deal. You know what I'm saying? And he felt like, I seen what it was like. I feel like I can make bigger moves myself. Yeah. Not just strictly just being tied down to what they say.
Right.
He's always been that type of person where I don't want to be controlled. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I want to, like, he's actually making beats still for I forgot the little brother on That's So Raven, the boy at that time on the show.
He went by Corey on the show, I think.
So his wife does music and shit. So we'll be over at their crib in Cali,
producing,
man. Producing and stuff. And that's just one of many. You know what I'm saying? One of many. Like I said, just work with Boosie. Boosie didn't came to Rockford before. Recorded at Sway crib on the West End. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't even know that. Nice. You know what I'm saying? So
I didn't either. Man.
Yeah, for sure. Like it's a lot of stuff people don't know and about Rockford, but Wood, that's why I think he moved, but he also is still not just that's home either. He feel like he gotta keep expanding. You know what I'm saying?
I want to say I'm gonna hopefully manifest this, but as we were talking about, Rockford scene from then to now, it's like I want to get H Wood on. Hopefully, we can get him on the pod eventually. Because I've always been, as I've seen his journey throughout the last few years from social media standpoint. Like, it's dope to know that we met him. He was here. He sold me a microphone that I still have to this day because he was like, "This is the mic you want to get."
So you gotta get him to sign it.
So the same thing. So and then I definitely can line it up for you, bro. Every time bro hit the town, he always hit me. He does family first, see his mom, see his kids or whatever. Then I'm in town, or he'll pop up at Mississippi. Yo, I'll get to the order. Damn, bro, you didn't say nothing, But for sure, Wood is a very smart individual. You know what I'm saying? And another story boils down to what y'all are saying. So Wood did work for Guitar Center here in Rockford. Moved to Charlotte. Got a job at Guitar Center in Charlotte for a smidget of a time. Sold the baby all his equipment before the baby was the baby. So
that's crazy.
So this is what's crazy. The first time I go and visit Wood in Charlotte, or first or second time, I've been there about at least flew there, but 6 times. First time I go here, I do a show with him. I'm just always been a little backup, you know what I'm saying? Hype man, whatever. Because I know all Wood's lyrics damn near. I'm like, this man supposed to been on, you know what I'm saying? So next we doing a show, whole time, the baby was doing a show at that same little he did, but he was back then called Baby Jesus. So he was the headliner there before he got signed and they changed his name. They had him change his name or whatnot.
Gotcha.
So, and that was when Wood first moved there. And he sold the baby his equipment too. So it's just like how he did with y'all or whatever. That's crazy. But from Guitar Center Rockford to Guitar Center Charlotte, until he said fuck Guitar Center, I need to do music full time. And he been blessed since. So
That definitely what's it called, not a motivation, but what's the other definition of that?
I say motivation. It's motivation.
It's still a motivation because it's like I know he's from the city. He's been doing it.
Inspiration.
That's what it is. That's what it is. An inspiration from an artist standpoint because it's like, damn, he's doing it. He's doing it. You know what I mean? It's like and it is doable, and that's the big thing that we're trying to get on with this. It's like let's just do it. Let's just do it.
And then if you think in reality though, man, some people that aren't mainstream still are well off.
Yes.
On the money side when it comes down to it. So Wood, another person, he told me straight up, it's a dude in Vegas. This some years back called Trigger, a rapper named Trigger.
Okay.
I never heard of Trigger. You ever heard of Trigger from Vegas? Never. He ain't know T.I., he ain't know the baby, Lil Baby, none of that, right? but the man a millionaire in Vegas.
See, that's what I'm trying to do.
You know what I'm saying? His mainstream and his people around there, but spread out just a little bit. It ain't nationwide, worldwide, but guess what? With them so many having so many followers that's actually supporting you to where he became a millionaire, riding around and I'm talking about foreign cars. But the person over here in Chicago don't know you, or this person over here in fucking Florida don't. But everybody around you fuck with you, and you still a millionaire. To me, that's still dope. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's still success.
That's what I'm aiming for. I don't care to be on TV or like the most talked about person, but to be a millionaire off of it, like
man, that's what the goal is. The end goal is to at least, you know what I'm saying?
And I think that's what we're all on now. At least for me, it's like I don't, if the fame comes with it, the fame comes with it. It is what it is, but it's not something that I'm striving for any of us really. But it's like, can we be financially free to create our own time?
Can we
with
do
it?
this full time?
Exactly, you know. Sure. So, and that's really the end goal I think for all of us. It's like let's do that and get that because we can fucking do it. We just gotta do it.
Man, it's possible, man. Today's day and age, man. Social media platforms, all of this shit is possible.
Right.
It's just sticking to it, sticking with it. You know what I'm saying? Through the thick and the thins. Some days you might wake up, fuck doing this podcast. You pissed off, whatever. You ain't getting no butt last night. You're something happened. You lost your dog, whatever the fuck. But the key thing is sticking to the plan, man.
Exactly.
And I'm telling you, at the end of the day, the end goal is gonna pay off. You know what I'm saying? It's just never stopping, man. Never stopping. And that's what Wood did. Like I salute him, I commend him, like because he has never. Me, I'm the type of person. I'm gonna make sure that I gotta tend to my family first. You know what I'm saying?
Which respect, we all got families, so definitely understand.
And so me being away from my sons growing up, I'm cool.
Exactly.
Fuck that song. Fuck that studio.
I think that too was starting to allow me to want to step back into it because now my kids are getting to the teenage years where it's like, Dad, just drop me off.
Yeah.
So like, they're starting to kind of be
so
more
now like, all right, you go do your thing, I'm gonna go do my thing.
For sure, yeah. So, and that's decent, and so therefore, when it comes down to it, the people that are at Woods level or above, people don't understand the sacrifices they made to get there.
Exactly.
Which I've seen it firsthand with my brothers. Opposed to me saying, I'm turning the cheek and no, I'm going this way. He actually sacrificed time and memories and a lot of stuff with his daughters and his family to do it. I'm talking about pack up and leave by himself. All his family, all his guys here and move to Charlotte. You know what I'm saying?
And continue doing it over there.
Continue to do that.
He knew the vision. He knew what he was working for. He knew that it was doable. Yes. Because that's true. It's a sacrifice to do something.
So like I said, I salute him, man. Every time we get into deep conversation, me and Wood could sit up and chop it up and talk for 3 hours and they go by like it wasn't nothing. When he in town, next you know he gone. I'm flying out tomorrow. I'm gonna holler at you. You know what I'm saying? But that's the type of shit I still every time I salute him on.
Right.
Because
so the only part I'm missing is I need to work at Guitar Center because it sounds like we have similar stories.
You gonna meet some people?
That's you gonna meet some people. We got similar stories. So I must go when I get back. I'm applying for Guitar Center.
I mean, we do got that link, Sebastian.
Apply for lead person up there, man. You gotta know everybody. For real.
That's what's up.
That's dope. But what's up? Yeah. But yeah, man, I definitely salute you guys on this podcast too, man. It takes a lot. You know what I mean? Biggest thing I can say is continue to keep doing it, man.
Yeah.
Get, like you said, shout out to the people you do want to link with. Never know, man. These people are always far-fetched. No, it's not, man. Right. The more buzz y'all get, the more followers, the more views, the more whatever.
Yeah.
Y'all partnering with people. That's definitely great. You know what I'm saying? When it comes down to promo and stuff. So y'all doing all the right things in my eyes. You know what I'm saying?
And it's really just to, again, I a broken record, but it's just like we didn't have this growing up. We didn't have this when we were doing it. And had we had something like this, I think we could have. Who knows what it could have happened, but at the same time, it's like, damn, we don't know what could have happened.
We were learning too.
Let's how can we share that? How can we?
We were learning too
that?
Because a lot of my years, it was like learning.
Trial and error.
Yeah.
And now I think we're getting to. Obviously, there's still more we got to learn, and we're showing that firsthand when people see it. There might be a shot that's not too clean, but next season it's even cleaner.
Right.
So we're still learning, but for the bulk of it, I think like, okay, it's time. It's time. We've learned enough.
Yeah, we know what we can do now, and it's like, well, the potential that we have within each other, because it's just like it's real, it's there. We just gotta work on it. But yeah, definitely.
Utilize what you guys got, man. Capitalize on what you guys know is working. and go keep going. Like I said, every day, man, y'all doing it. Y'all got a schedule. Stick to that schedule, man. For real. Fuck what's happening, man. Stick to that schedule. Yeah, consistency, man. For real. Hard work beat talent. Every day I've seen it because I feel like I'm very talented, and there's people that have made it. I be sitting there, fuck out of here.
Oh yeah,
I'm way colder than him. Like, and I'm a Mexican Italian rapper. What from the west side of Rockford? Right. But I know I'm better than Buddy ass. Shit, I know I out rap his ass. Guess what? Hard work beat talent. You know what I'm saying? I stopped and he kept going. Yeah, it just a habit, man.
Yeah, that's facts.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I feel like that's how I feel about everybody.
But facts. You got to though.
But then
you have to. Yeah,
I fall back and be like. They got it.
Yeah. For now, anyway, until I get back on.
Like that's why I was speaking of Dreamer. Like I give him his kudos because what he was doing, but at that time they were the Latin group and we were the Latin group.
Okay, yeah.
And I felt like I was the coldest.
And ain't nobody seeing y'all. You
got
like
I was the coldest.
Yeah.
Game Boy's name was coming up. Everybody.
That's who was Game Boy too.
I was like
Game Boy and Dreamer.
I was like, I'll rap both of them.
Yeah.
And everything, and I feel like he felt it because. Ultimately, the last diss that I rebutted to.
Oh, okay.
He's like,
it got that deep.
He's like, let's sit down and talk.
Yeah, okay.
You know,
yeah.
Asked to
you knew
remove.
it hit a nerve too if it did that.
He asked me to remove it. He asked me to
okay.
remove it. This is MySpace stage.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And I was just like, I ain't gonna remove it till you remove yours, and then we could sit and talk. Yeah. And then he went and did that, and I said,
mutual understanding.
You know, right. I'll drop it. I was hoping it would have worked out and he would have came because the years.
We did have planning, but we'll get him.
We had scheduled him, and I was trying to catch him because it was like we have good energy, bad energy, and it's like it's been years too. So to see what he was thinking about 10 years ago, obviously me 10 years ago, I was like, I'm the hottest.
Right, yeah.
Hottest,
and then that's what like, and I think I speak for everybody when it comes down to it. V should feel that way. You should feel that way. Yeah. If you rapping and singing, obviously still you should, man. You got to, man. If you don't feel like you the best, and I'm not saying that don't take constructive criticism from nobody. Be like, nah, fuck what you talking about. No, actually listen to. But you gotta feel like you the dopest, man. But you can only get better.
That's self-belief. You just gotta have that self-belief first and foremost, because if you don't, then it's like people can tell if you don't believe in yourself. You know, so it's like what's coming out of that exactly. So,
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, nice. That's what's up.
Yeah. So man, and that's what I felt, man. Every time I got in the booth, knowing I'm in the booth with some monsters, like they finna go crazy, they finna spaz. Shit, I'm finna spaz too. Hold on, y'all ain't heard me yet. You know what I'm saying? So
exactly.
Yeah. And then that's what. And with the guys though, it was like a friendly competition. Okay. It only made us get better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Till this day, there's this one rapper too that like it don't matter back then or now. I still think I'm like way better than him.
Yeah.
And that's
you got to.
Vanquish, man.
You got to.
Hey, you can think all you want, bro, but you know.
I think I admitted the truth in the.
I think you already did, but it's okay. It's
with the part that you clipped me out, like, oh, I didn't know you thought that way.
Hell no. But that's dope, man.
That's the competitive, like you talk.
Yeah,
this is my
competition,
guy.
man.
He's always giving me my guy. I think he's dope as hell, but if we got to throw jabs at each other.
Yeah. And in your head, though, you got to feel like you're going to win. You coming out on top. Now, you could have a panel of judges saying who did or who didn't. Okay, say he won this time, but next time you hell no, I won that one. So next time you go even crazy. Say you won this next time. Now it's like, oh, we 1-1, we neck to neck.
Right.
Well, I'm finna tear your ass off. Yeah, that's good. Though it's good to have friendly competition, opposed to actually real beef. Like we was really doing stuff like decent, like big in the in Rockford to where we did have people shooting shots. Real shots. I used to have people hit my phone or through DM directly talking about they finna come see me. And I'm that type of person, you say that, like, we really gonna see. Yo, I'll really be out here like, what? Okay. Until they end up squashing it, or they'll call me like, bro, I know we have some words and I know we kind of into it, but motherfuckers just blew my card on the south side. And did you have anything to do with it? Like, bro, I don't know none of that. Like, oh, don't tie me to none of that. But when I see you with it is what, you know what I'm saying? Right. So, and that's the beef that I that's what's kind of like, not saying I'm scared of beef. I don't give a fuck about that. The kind of two I'm gonna step back from, because it's a lot of rappers out here upcoming in my city, nationwide and stuff that's still dying. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I mean? Pop Smoke, Mo 3. It's people that still, and then or if you got ties to them or whatnot, certain people that you fuck with, it just, to me,
it's like rap beef evolved.
Yeah. And then it do get serious, like for real. Like it was to the point where I'm kind of into with some of my own people that's close to where I'm in an apartment loading up. You come to where I'm at, bro, I'm finna show you. You know what I'm saying? Or it's to the point where I see you now, you got to bitch up, tuck your tail, because we really is out here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and vice versa, because there's other motherfuckers that's out there too, man. They ain't stopped making guns when they sold you or you one.
Hell
you know
no.
what I'm saying?
They making more now.
Man, facts. And now the shorties got extendos. You know what I'm saying? Back then, a Mac 11 was something way different. You know what I'm saying? I was a shorty, but at the end of the day, now these motherfuckers really, I'm cool. Y'all, you got it. You know what I'm saying? You got it, buddy. I'm straight. I'm over here. For real though, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's just one thing I definitely didn't really like about, you know what I'm saying, the part of music, man, because it could turn real quick. And I'm just here to make music, let people know my struggle, what I've been through, and hopefully inspire the next person. Yeah. When it come down to beef, you got to really pick and choose. Are you really gonna be out here beefing, or you gonna making music? Because if you making music and still trying to beef, real beef, you're not doing shows. They're gonna come to your shows and they're gonna holler at you.
They're gonna check.
That's real beef.
Yeah.
That's not no fake internet shit. That's not none of that shit, bro. I'm the same type of person. If we really beefing and it's tallying up and y'all up 3 and we only 1, I'm gonna come find you. I know you got a show. I know you got a show. I know you got a show at the Arizona. All right, I'll sit outside for 2 hours. I know, you know what I'm saying.
Know where you're gonna be
and
at.
that's just how it is, bro. And that's the difference between fake beef, real beef, and then me. I'm the type of person I'm cool on that. You know what I'm saying. The rap game is watered down, and everybody wanna sound like this or that. The next person is dumbed down. So I'm cool. I'd rather listen to real lyricists. You know what I'm saying. So,
right.
Yeah. Real music for sure.
Now I know you haven't made recent music, but do you have anything that you want to plug or even support or kind of show love to or anything like that coming up? Anything you may got?
So I had this the little Soul Rockford, you know what I'm saying, thing that it was a song called Soul Brooklyn.
Okay.
That, you know what I'm saying, it was going around, but they had a little Soul Rockford challenge. I did that.
Nice.
Just talking about Rockford shit.
Yeah.
Throwback of my life of some years back, but shit, definitely though, I could spit that if the beat's played, or if not, if it ain't played, I could probably spit.
Well, one thing that I know Vanquish and us, we were talking about like performance.
Yeah, he actually sent me his beat so he could do a live performance.
Nice. Okay. So, nice. So we'll definitely link up and try to figure out how we can do that.
Yeah, for sure.
We were gonna try to get it all done like today, but we ended up with the
that's no problem. Yeah, like I said, I can spit a cappella, but with the beat it's a little better.
Right,
no,
definitely.
That's the type of person I am too.
I almost feel like it'd probably be a better setting to do it all together and like actually set it up the way, because we have like a whole vision of how we want that to look like. So definitely, so definitely.
Definitely appreciate y'all, man.
Man, I'm gonna need you to come back, because bro, your stories are so fucking funny, and you're like I was telling him, I'm like, you're like entertaining as fuck. That's why, you know what I mean? Like, so.
But I don't think we expected the last 2 to 3 to go so well that we lost track of time.
I know they just like
and everything. It was like
just that conversation.
I'm looking at the clock like, yo, we on a schedule, bro.
Y'all got real artists here and stuff. I'm taking up the time. I apologize.
Nah, you're good.
What's your name? Angelica. Nice to meet you. Yeah. So,
man, but I want to.
Shit, I'm on the schedule too. I fly back on Sunday.
I want to thank Coty for coming onto the pod. In Vanquish, we're gonna link up more. We're gonna have some more coming up, because like I said, I'm telling everybody, we're not stopping this. Like, regardless of what comes out of it, we're gonna continue.
Just the introduction too. So like. Everybody's welcome to come back.
Right.
This is just the introduction of us introducing
and
us
getting
to
that
people,
ball rolling,
and you introducing.
For sure.
So,
and then, like I said, man, we'll get in town, man. I'm gonna definitely hit y'all.
Hey, love,
you know what I'm saying?
He
gonna try to, if he can fit it in, a little hour or two while he's here, bro. Man, I'll tell you, bro, hits me every time, man. It's still my brother. I still talk to him. You know what I'm saying, here and there. So for sure, you know what I'm saying.
I'd love to share his story and just chop it up with him, because that's dope.
Yeah, for sure. He gonna remember too. He gonna remember.
Because I was a youngin' back then. Yeah, I was a youngin' back then, so I'm like, yo, you know what? That'd be interesting. But oh man, Coty, thank you for coming on.
I might have to pay him $100, bro. Just go Go over there. You know what I'm saying? For me, pay you $100, my boy.
Oh my god! At that point, shit, let's just split it.
Yeah, for real, for sure. I got you.
I'll get a bottle or two. You know what I'm saying? I'll pay you back.
Bottle brings me there. Money brings him. Shit. Look, I'm coming to. I'm there, but he needs some. He get to the money. He's fuck that bottle. Where's my money? You know what I'm saying? When you get to that level, you know what I'm saying? So
it's a different
Afterpay.
Yeah, he take it all. I think Afterpay, Venmo, shit, Cash
on a
App,
payment
plan.
Hey, he gonna take it all, man. He getting to it, yes,
man.
sir.
But again, thank you for Coty over
Appreciate
coming
y'all,
on.
man.
We are live from 20th. Again, check us out on IG at LiveFrom20th. We will be there. Please follow, like, subscribe, and comment. And then we
To Real TV.
To Real TV. So till the next one, y'all. Peace.
Definitely.
Peace.